Trojan Family. What's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got a surprise this morning for the USC football Trojans. A projection that is straight up go time. Listen, you guys know we've already been promoting this team to the next level. We've kind of been telling you that we feel comfortable, we feel good about USC chances of. I didn't say 12-0, but this, according to somebody's analytics, a guy that's been doing this for over 10 years, and his analytics, they're pretty accurate compared to FBI. I think he even has something to do with that. He was on a buddy of mine's show. Go subscribe to this channel. His name is HOF College Football with Jason. He actually had him on his show. He's an Oklahoma guy. I've actually been on that show a couple of times. Jason's a good friend of mine. But this guy, he had this guy on that does analytics. And look, he's really down to all the way. Like, I think he might be off maybe by like 0.8 or something. That's the closest he came to being off. But he talked about the analytics. He says him personally, he has USC winning 9 wins. However, he actually has USC, according to the analytics, and there's so many things that factor into this. We'll take a look at this thing real quick. Not all of it, but the win totals for the Big Ten, according to his analytics. But they factor in everything, kind of like the way we've been telling you guys about the coaching. You got to factor in guys like D'Anton Lynn. You got to factor in Coach Henney. You got to factor in Doug Belt. You got to factor in Eric Henderson, Matt Entz. You have to factor in all of these guys. Coach Sean Nua. You can't just eliminate those guys, even though we don't have all of the loaded rosters, the 5 stars, like a lot of other teams. I told you guys that Utah usually produce big-time players, and I think the analytics, the way they sizing this thing up, is really kind of similar to kind of some of the things that we've been kind of presenting to you guys here on this channel. So they have win totals out. He has win totals out, and we'll take a look at that real quick. Let's go. All right, so here is his win totals. His name is Adam McClintock. You can go look him up at CFB Professor. He's on Twitter, and he has a lot of people following him. I mean, these are some of the things that he does. But the win totals, Big Ten win totals, model win totals is 12 wins for the hashtag Buckeyes, 12 wins for the hashtag USC. You see it there, hashtag Fight On. Then he has 11 for Oregon, then 11 for Iowa, 10 for Penn State, 8 for the Huskers, 8 for Michigan, 7 for Wisconsin, and then 7 for Maryland. So those are the win totals, and this is according to the analytics. And I told you guys the analytics, they add up a lot of different things. There are a lot of factors that go along with this. You guys know Lincoln Riley, as we stated before, Lincoln Riley has never had a coaching staff on this level. We're talking about one of the best coaching staff that you can possibly assemble together. And most people that talk about Lincoln Riley, they always revert back and go back and refer back to Lincoln Riley of old. But this is Lincoln Riley of old, doesn't even exist anymore. He's done something that he's never done before, which is hire a whole new coaching staff. And now we're getting analytics, real analytics to come out of this. Yes, these guys have to play the game, but Lincoln Riley is actually you put him at the play calling that he normally does, which is straight up phenomenal play calling. I mean, nobody can discount him out with that. Nobody can discredit him with the play calling that he does, because Lincoln Riley's play calling is absolutely second to none. But it's always been the defense. And so now that he has the best defensive staff, really a lot of people don't understand and don't really know what they're going to get. Most people don't even put those things, don't even factor those things in, like this guy's analytics in. And even though this guy said, look, my analytics it comes real close. My analytics says I'm only, the closest I've came to being off was like a 0.8. And it's been going on for like this for 10 years. I actually reached out to this guy. I want to get him on because he broke it down pretty good. on my buddy's channel, Jason, and I want to get him on my channel, and hopefully he can explain the process, how he came up with these numbers, came up with these figures, and how he is pretty accurate. And so I'm excited about that. But we'll do more. We'll talk about that a little bit more. You know, hopefully I can get this guy on, because this guy is absolutely, he's really moving and grooving. When he had me excited last night when I was listening to this actual podcast. So hit me in the comments. You guys can tell me what you think on that. Also, you guys know Lincoln Riley, I dealt with Lincoln Riley. I dealt with Paul Feinbaum the other day, and I talked about how Paul Feinbaum was absolutely out of his mind. You guys know Paul Feinbaum falsely accused Lincoln Riley of being just a horrible coach. One of the worst hires he's seen in years. And, there were several factors I brought in as to why this was absolutely a false statement, why Paul Feinbaum was absolutely everything he put out was more so hate opposed to actual numbers, because you guys know that Texas A&M, I stated this before, Miami, these teams already had losing seasons couple of years. Lincoln Riley's did far better than both of those teams, and he never even mentions these teams. But anyway, Paul Feinbaum actually got called out by, a guy that's on ESPN. And I want you guys to take a look at this clip, because this was absolutely one of the best things that I could have ever seen yesterday. Paul Feinbaum getting called out, in reference to his comments about Lincoln Riley. Let's take a look at this, and I want to talk about this real quick. Let's take a look. Let's go.
What was their record before he got there the year before? Did they lose 5 games? 4 games?
But Doggy, in the transfer, he brought a bunch of players. He brought the best player in the country with him.
And won a Heisman Trophy with him.
Get much out of him.
And he won a Heisman Trophy. And a place where they win Heisman with Marcus Allen and Charles White and Simpson.
How many trophies did how many
Carson Palmer
trophies did he hold up?
Well, hold on now. You talk about Heisman Trophy in USC, that means everything. Carson Palmer, Leinart, Reggie Bush, Simpson. They love Heisman trophies, and he brought a Heisman Trophy there. That counts. That counts.
I mean, you're
they love Heisman trophies in USC.
The reason why USC is good? Come on.
It's USC. They've been around since 1910. New Rodney. USC. That's why. It's a much better program than Oklahoma. I'm surprised.
So as you see, Paul Feinbaum was absolutely lost in the sweet potato sauce, lost in the cranberry sauce, and lost in the hickory barbecue sauce. Listen, you guys know I just dealt with this the other day. It's several things that he said in reference to USC. Look, USC is a historical program. USC with Lincoln Riley has done some phenomenal things already. Yes, we could have had more wins yet last year, but look at the other schools, man. Lincoln Riley, as I stated, had 11-3 wins, right? Last year. This year, 8-5. But, he decides to call out Lincoln Riley and refuse to call out some of these other schools that had less, just not the best winning records, like a Mario Cristobal. And as I stated, Texas A&M. Both teams went 5-7 in 2022, right? Both teams went 7-6 in 2023, but you decided to call out Lincoln Riley, who had a successful, we can say that he ended it on a successful year, right? 8-5, and then nice bowl game, and then this guy wants to call him out. Paul Feinbaum, he really got pie in his face yesterday. And it was absolutely phenomenal to see, man. So, look, you guys can hit me in the comments. You guys can tell me what you think. Look, I'm excited about this season. And when you see guys like this, Bear, man, he's working. He was up yesterday putting this up. And Bear is absolutely going to work. It's straight up go time. This is what he's doing on the field, man. This is the work he's putting in. You see guys like Anthony Lucas, Bear, all these guys look much bigger than what they were last year. So you guys can drop those comments. This defense won't be the same. None of these players are the same. The technique, look at Bear. Bear is putting in the extra work. He's working on his craft, and it's straight up go time. I'm proud of him. I'm happy to see what he's doing, and his defensive line is going to attack, and those analytics are legit. And here's another guy that looks absolutely jacked. Look at Anthony Lucas. Anthony Lucas didn't look like that last year. Look how big he looks now. Look, man, it is straight up go time. I'm telling you, you guys, this football team is getting ready to do some phenomenal things. The biggest surprise that you guys are getting ready to see is probably going to be this defensive line. And I'm telling you that now. Devin Tompkins, Anthony Lucas, Braylon Shelby, Jamil Muhammad, you guys, Kobe Pepe, Gavin Myers. Listen, it's straight up go time. Elijah Hughes. All of these guys are getting ready to perform at a very, very Sam Green. Even Sam Green. These guys are going to perform at a big time level. They're going to have opportunity to rotate because we got some guys there that can kind of move and groove. Cam Fountain, all of these guys, man. So Lorenzo Cowan, I'm excited about what's getting ready to take place. So you guys can drop those comments. I got one more news and note item I got to hit you with real quick. All right, the last thing is going to be Dominique Kelly, who you guys know committed to the University of Southern California. He was a local guy, but now he's taking his talents to IMG Academy that's in the state of Florida. He announced yesterday that he will be going to IMG Academy. So look, man, we wish him the best. Hey, but you still Trojan. You don't go nowhere. you know, it's still fight on. But he's a big time player. He's part of the 2026 class for those who forgot. But he is going to IMG Academy. So that means he'll be, the junior year and senior year, got a couple years left. So look, man, drop those comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. It's USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. I'm out of here. Until later on, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.